giving a boost to the firepower and arsenal of the Indian Armed Forces. The Defense Minister Shri Manohar Parrikar dedicated the Boeing P-8I, Poseidon 8 India, long-range maritime patrol aircraft to the nation on 13 November 15, at an impressive ceremony held at INS Rajli, Arakkonam, India's premier naval air station in southern India, about 70 km off Chennai. Shri Parrikar, who flew into INS Rajli on board a Boeing P-8I from Port Blair, described the aircraft as one of the best for surveillance in the world today. The P-8I aircraft is a variant of the P-8A Poseidon aircraft that Boeing developed as a replacement for the U.S. Navy's aging P-3 fleet. Indian Navy became the first international customer for the P-8 aircraft with the conclusion of the nearly US $2.1 billion contract on January 1, 2009 for a total of 8 aircraft. The P-8I aircraft is equipped for long-range anti-submarine warfare, anti-surface warfare, intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance in support of broad area, maritime and littoral operations. With its high speed and high endurance of about 10 hours, the aircraft is capable of thrusting a punitive response and maintaining a watch over India's immediate and extended areas of interest. With naval pilots flying long, 8 to 10-hour surveillance missions in the Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea, and Indian Ocean, India knows exactly what is happening in these waters. To deal with enemy warships and submarines the P-8I detects, it has 7 tons of weaponry on board, including the Harpoon missile and heavyweight torpedoes. Acquisition of 4 more surveillance aircraft assumes significance with the increased sightings of Chinese submarines in the Indian Ocean region. The P-8I aircraft for Indian Navy is actually a variant of the Boeing P-8A Poseidon that was developed as a replacement for U.S. Navy's P-3 fleet. Boeing claims that it is using a first-in-industry production process and its existing next-generation 737 production system to design and build the P-8I for India as well as the P-8A Poseidon for the U.S. Navy. P-8I is intended to replace the aging fleet of Tupolev Tu-142A aircraft that are in service with the Indian Navy. P-8I aircraft has already achieved a number of operational milestones which includes participation in the search effort for Malaysian Airlines Flight MH370, the first successful firing of air-launched Harpoon Block II missile in the world, torpedo firing and active participation in major naval exercises. It also has Mk-54 light-weight torpedoes, rockets and depth charges. These sensor and radar-packed aircraft are the country's intelligent hawk-eyes over the Indian Ocean region, IOR, that is increasingly getting militarized. The P-8I aircraft is based on the Boeing next-generation 737-800 aircraft. The forward section of the under fuselage houses an internal weapons bay. The wings are fitted with hardpoints for carrying air-to-surface missiles. The maximum takeoff gross weight of the P-8I is 85,139 kilograms. The P-8I aircraft is manned by 9 crew members. The cockpit is integrated with primary flight display, multi-function displays, identification friend or foe, IFF, flight management system and stores management system. The internal weapons bay can house Mark 54 torpedoes, depth charges and free-fall bombs. The underwing hardpoints can be armed with air-to-surface missiles. The P-8I aircraft is powered by 2 CFM56-7 engines. Each engine provides a takeoff thrust of 27,300 pounds. P-8I aircraft can fly at a maximum speed of 789 km per hour and can reach a maximum altitude of 12,496 meters. The aircraft has a maximum range of 2,222 km with 4 hours on station. There are 5 operator stations, and windows for outside view. All the systems are integrated with the onboard mission computer and display system for control and data distribution in high speeds with ultra-high resolution. The APY-10 radar is developed keeping in mind not just the land but waters of the vast oceans as well, be it a day and night. It is capable of tracking even small vessels in littoral and high seas environments. The Indian variant also has the magnetic anomaly detector, MAD, which measures minute variations and disturbances in the Earth's magnetic field caused by the underwater movement of steel-encased submarines. As the system is a little heavy, about 1,500 kilograms, the U.S. Navy is instead using a much smaller new hydrocarbon sensor to detect fumes from diesel submarines. The reduction in weight adds to the aircraft's range. It may be noted that arms companies can only offer what is agreed to between the two countries, in this case the US and India. Everything on board the US version is not available for exports, but the US State and Defense Departments have cleared nearly every item that the Indian Navy asked for. The APY-10 radar is believed to be a little less powerful than that of the US Navy's, but then, according to US sources, India and US have different requirement and the radar offered to the Indian Navy meets what is asked for by the Indian Navy. Boeing is also offering sonar buoys for detecting submarines. They have underwater sensors to detect the noise generated by submarine engines, and transmitters to supply data to the aircraft overhead. The P-8I features an open system architecture, advanced sensor and display technologies, and a worldwide base of suppliers, parts and support equipment. The aircraft itself is a Boeing 738-800 with wings of 737-900 to help improve aerodynamics over water. The P-8 is a potent weapon system, and once a hostile vessel is detected, it is virtually impossible for it to escape destruction. Submarines are offensive systems, and with their numbers steadily rising around India, the Indian Navy has to deploy more and more of airborne assets, matching the sophistication of silence that is steadily growing with each new generation of stealth warships and submarines. Thanks for watching this video. Kindly subscribe for more updates on Defense Forces.